As I figured out a long time ago, life in this so-called society, not a real society, a fake society, does not make sense. One example of that is some BS that happened to me last week. By last week, I mean mid-June 2024. What happened was that I came home from work one night and I noticed that the house is messed up, mess all over the house. Specifically in the living room, kitchen, spilled cereal, cat food, whatever, all over. Then when I came to my room, I noticed that the door was busted open because before I left work, I locked it, but the door got busted open. So I went to my roommate's room, knocked on the door, tried to talk to her about that stuff, and I did not get a response. Then I tried to phone her, no response. So I'm going to go straight to other related issue about this and what happened instead I eventually decided to go to sleep. Then around 3 a.m., roommate showed up at my door, my bedroom door, and apologized. Like that was the end of the mess. She said she was a mess. I should have. Then later, I came again. I noticed that, like my bedroom, that's what was happening. Case, whatever. But anyway, the big problem is that the screen on my computer was damaged. So I went to my base room to talk about it. But for some reason, prior to that, a day or so prior to that, she had a copy of her bedroom. So she opened the key. She came to her room, asked her about the laptop, and she started screaming like a maniac about some incorrect information she had. She accused me of stealing her glasses. I wanted to get them, but she wouldn't let me leave. She said, I can't leave until I give her her glasses. So I just said, okay, just to get out, because I did not have her glasses. Anyway, after that, my room, got my phone. After that, I had four that were kind of lying that was in the basement, supposed to get her glasses, whatever. I went outside and called the police. I had to do that because she refused to believe me. She refused to listen for reason. So that's what happened. And after I called the police, I called my brother, suggested I call the police again. And then I called the police again. While I called the police the second time, the roommate was on the porch screaming at me about whatever. And soon, not so soon to me anyway, police finally arrived. It was like 2 cop cars. Like maybe 6, 8 cops. I got a bad memory too. But at least I don't blame my mess on her. Anyway, they did not let me in the house initially. Later on, they let me in, tell them where to go, not show them around, whatever. And eventually, the roommate got arrested. This seems to be the first time that I called the police when they actually did something. I had to do that because she couldn't. And this all happened because she has a very bad memory. This sort of thing has happened before. Numerous times, she would lose or misplace things, and then she would blame me for it. Her mind is like, oh, you doesn't want me living here, so he took my glasses and tried me out. That's not true, and that is stupid. Because the truth is that I've done a lot of good things for her. Among those good things that I bought her a TV. I just volunteered to buy her a new TV. Figured, I'm gonna buy a new TV. I should give her one too. And I also go to the store, buy food for her. She might ask me for she wants, I'll give it to her. And also go to the pharmacy, medication. We do all kinds of good things for her, and just completely forgets about that. Decides that I'm the bad person, and like I said, this so-called society does not make sense. And this is one example of that. And her way of thinking is damaged. At least that's what I think. Because if she loses something, first thing that comes to mind is that I stole it. That does not make sense. And guess what? I have the same problem too. Every so often, I would put something somewhere, forget where it is, and kind of freak out. I never, ever, ever said my roommate stole it. No, never. But for her, she has to believe that I did it. Doesn't make sense. I did all the good stuff for her, and then she decides, I'm a bad person. You're a bad person. You're stealing my stuff. Yep, I cannot stand this. Now, I'm going to say something that would upset her very much, but I think it's the truth. I think this bad memory thing might be why she might make her an irresponsible person. For example, I believe it was 2 years ago we got a new kitten, and later on, it moved up, and since we couldn't afford to get her spayed, we need to keep her in the house at all times. But whenever my roommate left the house, she did not work to make sure the cat leaves, and eventually the cat got pregnant. And every time I talk to her about that, she'll say something like, "The cat's sneaky," or "It's not my fault, it's the cat's fault." It's always somebody else's fault, but not hers. And then I even suggested to her that she take the cat, find the cat, put the cat in the basement, close the doors in the basement. And I think her excuse was, "Oh, I'm tired of that," or whatever excuse it was. She decided that she did not need to take the cat in the basement, close the doors in the basement. So then, sometime later, cat got pregnant again. And like before, she refused to put the cat in the basement, doors of the basement closed. And every time she to blame herself, it's her fault for that, but she doesn't want to take responsibility. And it's like she thinks it's all the cat's fault. And often she would say something like, "The cat's in you," as if the cat can bust through the door like Kool-Aid Man. But I'm convinced that if you put the cat in the basement, put the cat in the basement, and close the doors to the basement, the cat won't get out and won't get pregnant. But that's not how the roommate thinks. Now, the roommate is not here because I basically kicked her out. That she couldn't live here. Violence she did. Specifically, the property damage she did. So anyway, after she left, we packed up her stuff. And one thing I've noticed for a while is that she allowed her shoes under her bed. While I was collecting the shoes, I discovered her glasses. They were in her room all along. This is what very likely happened. Okay, the roommate likes to spend most of her time on her bed looking at her phone. So at one point she had her glasses on while looking at it. Then she took the glasses off and put the glasses on her bed. She completely forgot about the glasses, and eventually the glasses fell on her bed, and she, forgetting to put the glasses on her bed, just assumed that I stole them. You know what she should have done? If she were a responsible adult, she should have put the glasses on the nightstand next to her bed. It would have been fine. But she didn't want to do that because bad memory or psychological issues or whatever. Okay. Later on, while I was there, I discovered another pair of glasses. They're on a small table next to the dresser drawer with all kinds of bottles and stuff on it. It was like hidden in plain sight. And yet she couldn't find them, and all because she put them there and forgot all about them. She wants to blame me for her own mistakes. Yes, like I said, I believe I said the same. She does not want to be held responsible for her mistakes. Also, she does not learn from her mistakes. If she had learned from her mistakes, the cat would not have gotten pregnant a second time. If she had learned from her mistakes, she would have realized that she should put her glasses or other important items in a place that's easy to find. But she didn't do that because she doesn't learn from her mistakes. And I'm assuming this is because she has a bad memory. Then, in more recent times, like yesterday, from the time of this video being recorded, she phoned me, kind of begged, not I want to say begged, kind of requested that I change my mind. But she also said she loves me. I don't think it's true because if she loved me, she would have blamed me for stealing my glasses, which was false. But anyway, she said she loved me. That was kind of manipulative, a very manipulative comment, because then I sort of, I'll say sort of changed my mind and texted her and said that I might let her stay if under certain conditions. Then, but before I go into conditions, okay, conditions were something like she has to trust me and she has to learn from mistakes. And then her response was, "Oh, you just want me to do everything you want to do, and I can't do my own thing." And I responded and said, "That's not what I said. I said that so much." But that response, I think, is that she can't live in this house anymore because it seems like she wants everything done her way, and I should not have a say or an opinion of how this house runs. I cannot stand that inconsistency. I mean, this should be an equal relationship. None of this, everything has to be done her way to be able to compromise and negotiate. But that's not allowed. Oh, no negotiation. I hate this. Again, I say, major problem here is that she does not take responsibility for her own mistakes. She blames her mistakes on other people and other things. Also, she has a bad memory. She has a bad memory. She misplaces things and then blames me for the misplacing, not being able to find things that she misplaced. So, right now, I'm not sure where she is. She's her mother or her daughter. And I would not be surprised if her mother and her daughter end up on the same mess that I went through. Yep, she may lose her glasses or whatever, and then blames them. I don't understand why. I have to figure out, right, or why she needs to leave. So I'm saying that she can't come back here, and this is necessary for me because I don't trust her at all. Because part of the problem is that she messed up the house the first time. This is the first time she did that. I'm trying to say that she messed up the house last week. That first day, say, she didn't mess with my computer. The second day, she messed with it. So that's proof that she can't be trusted. That means that if she's going to be living here again, I'm going to have to hide my stuff so that she doesn't tear it up again. But yeah, she might end up finding it anyway. So which is why she can't live here anymore. Another thing is that I don't have proof, but I think she might be sneaking in my house because I noticed there was a picture of the kitchen sink that was this water container that I used. It was not there the last time I saw it. No, it's entirely possible that I put it there. Then, just like I said, I have a bad memory too. Although I keep three possibilities, some more lucid than others. One possibility is that I put the picture there, but I forgot. Second possibility is that the mate's stuck in my house. He apparently has another key that I didn't find. The third possible reason is the Mandela effect. And I'm not saying the Mandela effect is true, but if it's true, that's a possible explanation for why that stuff happened. And another issue is that I would like to get another roommate because I'm not sure about the idea of because of other things. That's how Paul Lynde and Shirley Hemphill died. They all didn't have roommates. Called them when they were having heart attacks and stuff. Yeah, that's an issue I'm concerned. But I'm not really confident that anytime soon. But I figure that I'll figure it out eventually. And I want this person to be somebody who's not crazy. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop right here. There's some more issues related to this horrifying mess. I'll bring them up in a future video. Piece the science out and stay away from crazy roommates.